Okay, hello. I think that we are live already. Welcome to our webinar. I'm really happy that you found some time to join us today. I'm here with Marta, and I would be grateful. We'll be starting slowly because we are still waiting for other people who might join us. But I would be really grateful if you could confirm in a chat box that you can see us, that you can hear us correctly. So Marta, say hi so we could check.
Yeah, hi. That would be great if you could confirm.
Okay. So I will look at the confirmation. I can see you. I see people joining. I hope everything is okay with the sound and a vision. And we'll be starting slowly. We will start with introducing ourselves. Okay, I'm still waiting for people. So my name is Katarzyna Paśnicka. I work for Lion as a sales specialist. And if you don't know anything about Lion, it's an online platform for language school management. The platform is cloud-based, and first of all, it's in 10. We are on the market for over 10 years in 21 countries, and the platform is cloud-based. That means that you just need access to the internet and your computer to start working on your school. And the platform is also a place for everyone in your school. That means that if each one of your students and each one of your teachers, they will have their own account in the system. They can also use mobile app. The platform is module built. That means, and it's very comprehensive. So we have those basic modules, it's administration and e-grade book. But you can also add optional modules like finances, e-learning, online teaching, registration, and more, just to expand all the functions of the system. So if you want to know more about us, you can go to our website. It's langlion.com, and you can sign up for a free trial. So we can test our platform for free for 2 weeks. You can ask for a live demo, so we will show you how you can use it in your school. And there's also a contact info, and so you can ask questions and we will get back to you with information. So welcome again to our webinar about marketing in language schools. And now I will ask Marta, our main speaker today, to introduce herself.
Thank you. Okay, so once again, hello everyone. It's really nice to meet you, and I'm very happy that you are here with us today and hope you will enjoy our webinar. So yeah, let me introduce myself. My name is Marta Krzyżaniak. I work as a marketing specialist at Lion. And in brief, I am responsible for all the marketing activities at the company, both the ones you can see and the ones you can't. I manage our social media, I write blog posts, I prepare newsletters, I also organize various events and webinars, and sometimes even run them, for example, today. So previously, I have worked in similar positions also as a marketing specialist. And another thing about my career that might be interesting for you is that I used to work as a teacher at a language school. And so my background really helps me understand the needs of a language school and also how it functions in general. I graduated in applied linguistics with English and French from University of Warsaw. So I'm a teacher and translator by profession, and that's why I first started as a teacher. And so now I use my language skills in a different way, but I'm still glad I chose this faculty because it really helps me in my everyday work, even in marketing.
Okay, so what we'll be talking about today?
So today I would like to tell you more on how to improve your language school marketing and sales. Also, I will discuss various marketing activities that can help you promote your language school and increase your sales. I will focus on what is important from the point of view of potential students because they are our target customers. We will be talking about the website and the importance of updated information, about blog, about Google My Business, reviews, online registrations, also social media, mainly Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, so what's the agenda for today's webinar? What's the plan?
Our webinar will be divided into two parts. The first will include a 40-minute overview of the topic, and the second will be in the form of a question and answer panel discussion. It should take about 20 minutes, but of course it depends on the questions. And the first part will be a conversation between Kasia and me, and during the second part, as I already mentioned, I will be answering questions. So in the meantime, if you have any questions, you can drop them in the chat and I will get back to them in the second part. So yeah, let's start then.
Yes.
Okay, so the first topic that I would like to discuss today with you is the website. And I think it's common knowledge now that people use the internet to look for basically any information. So if our language school doesn't have a website, people may simply not even know it exists. So that's why it's really important. It is a must to have the website of our language school. And that's the first thing. And the second is with the updated information.
Okay, and why is it so important?
So there are at least a few sections on our website, such as about us, what we offer, reviews, etc. But now I would like to focus on contact, on the contact section. And this is the section that we should, above all, take care of. It is the most important because usually after finding out about the offer, our potential customers will most likely go to the contact page. And they may have different reasons for that. Maybe they like the offer so much that they want to enroll immediately, and maybe they have some specific questions or they want to know some details that are not included on our website. Of course, it's not wrong, but that's why it should be very easy for them to contact us in case of any needs that they may have. And that's why the contact information should always be updated. And by contact information, I mean an email address, phone number, the address of our headquarters also, and the VAT number is a helpful addition. It's not a must, but it's nice to have. So let me give you an example, and unfortunately, it is a real-life example, because some time ago, I wanted to start learning German, because as you all know, I'm interested in learning languages. So I was looking for language schools. And after some research, there were 4 schools for me that seemed interesting. And I wanted to contact them. But there was a problem with 2 of them. Namely, one of them had an incorrect phone number and the other had a different address on their website than in Google My Business, and yet another in the company's registration database. And the problem was they didn't answer the phone at all. They didn't reply to my emails, so I couldn't even check it. And in the end, my selection was reduced to only 2 language schools. And I wanted to give you this example because the sad truth is that a lot of customers would act in a similar way, and especially young customers, because they're impatient, they are used to immediate access to information, and that's why we should really take care of our contact page, and that's why I'm stressing it so much.
Yeah, actually, I have a very similar story to share, because a few years ago I was interested in a language course. I sent an email with a request for information, and I received an answer, but it took the school more than a week to answer my email. So it always baffles me when not only language schools, but basically companies, they can ignore a client who's apparently interested in buying their services. So I agree that updated informations on the website are very important, but they're actually worthless if there is no one who will answer the phone, call back, or answer an email in a timely manner. So, next question: what other elements on the website are important? On what we should focus our attention?
And here I would like to mention a few things. The first is that a lot of language schools have websites, but sometimes it's like they created it 10 years ago and have never updated anything since then. And so design is also important. It may not be the most important, but a modern website, a nice design, cohesive design when it comes to colors and fonts, and high quality images, a website that is easy to navigate. These are the things that are very attractive from the customer's point of view. And also, another thing that I would like to mention is responsiveness, because many language schools forget that most of the content is currently viewed on smartphones. And
Excuse me, I want to interrupt you for a second. Can you explain this term, responsiveness?
Yeah, okay. So responsiveness, it basically means that in the case of a website, that it should be adjusted both to mobile and desktop. So that's more or less it. And I want to stress it because, as I've already told you, many language schools forget about that. And this trend is increasing, that many people use mainly their smartphones to look for information. So that's why it is so important to have our website adjusted to mobile devices. And by adjusting, I mean in the mobile version, the website shouldn't lose anything, which is super important because our website should be still browsed very comfortably. It should load quickly, and both on desktop and on mobile, but especially on mobile, because when we use our smartphone, we want to have like this quick access to information. We don't want to wait. So we should be able to effortlessly find all the information we need. That's also crucial. And it's great if phone numbers and the email address are clickable, because that significantly speeds up the contact process, and it definitely makes it more convenient for the potential customers. And it's because it's actually perfect if using their smartphone, they are able to call our language school, and with just a single click, they don't have to put any effort in that. And that's what we want.
Okay.
Also, another thing is I noticed that many language schools have the links to their social media on their websites, which is great because we want to inform people that we run our social media. But I would like to draw your attention to the fact that these links should be clickable, should be, of course, clickable. It's great if it's an icon, for example, either Facebook or Instagram icon, but also they should, after clicking them, they should open in a new tab. And it is important because maybe someone wants to open our Instagram profile to check out later, but we don't want people to leave our website. So that's why, because maybe they were in the process of checking something, maybe our offer, and if like maybe they don't want to, they want to check it, like continue checking it, and if they leave our website, they may not come back. So that's why we should really pay attention to the fact that these links should open in a new tab. Also, if we have, for example, an e-grade book, it's a good idea to implement a button on our website, and using which the students or their parents, they can log in easily and conveniently. Thanks to that, our potential customers would know that we use such tools. And it is a very convenient way to communicate with students or with their parents. So that's why it's nice to have. And another thing that we can implement on our website is an online registration form. And why is it so important from the point of view of potential customers? So let's say it's, I don't know, 9 p.m. and they are browsing through the offers of various language schools, and maybe they like our offer so much and they want to enroll, or maybe they have some questions, they want us to contact them. So it is a very useful solution because thanks to these online registration forms, we can build our customer or contact database for later, because maybe we will want to start sending newsletters, for example. And thanks to these online registration forms, we would have the contacts already, which is very beneficial for us as language school owners.
Okay, I just want to add that actually in Langlion we have this registration module that you can use, the school can use to create easily a registration form that can be added to a website. And the person who will complete this registration form, they will automatically appear in the system, so you can the school can later assign them to the group or move them to a CRM module that they can use to contact later those people who might be interested. And you can also combine it with an entry-level test to assess a language level test to assess the language level of your student and potential student, and you will see results also automatically in the system. So again, if you want to know more, just please contact with us. And Marta, next questions. What software can we use to create and manage website of the language school?
There are a lot of them, but I would recommend WordPress because it is a very intuitive tool. It is easy to use and it allows us to manage our website by ourselves. So, for example, let's say we want to update some information, and in WordPress, we can do it very easily, and we don't have to ask the company that created the website for us to update it or to change something. We can do it by ourselves. And of course, we need to have some basic knowledge of how it functions. But still, we can learn that easily. There are also a lot of tutorials that can help us. And one more reason why I'm recommending this tool is that using WordPress, you can run a blog, and it's another effective way to promote your language school.
So why is it so important to have a blog?
And there are several reasons. For example, our potential customers can find our school when they are looking for information on some other topic. And when they find our blog, it is likely that they will check our website later, because maybe they are looking for information on, for example, teaching methods or learning methods. They want to find some articles about that. And if we, as a language school, if we run a blog, then they can find our website, and maybe otherwise they wouldn't hear about our company. So that's one thing. And another is that we can discuss various interesting topics. And for example, as I already mentioned, teaching and learning techniques, but also we can write about some interesting events that we do in our language school. Also, it might be very helpful for our customers, our current customers, because they are the ones that we want to build a relationship with. So they can find it useful too, because maybe they are looking for some additional information on how to learn. And that's why such posts are really interesting for them as well. When it comes to these posts, it is important that they are published regularly. It can be even twice a month if we decide to do it, but it's much better to do it regularly. But for example, twice a month or 3 times a month. But we shouldn't, like for example, publish 3 posts within 3 weeks and then for half a year nothing, because it's definitely not a good, not a recommended strategy.
Yeah, actually, I agree. Whenever I see that that the last blog post was published a year ago or 2 years ago, I'm always get suspicious that there's something wrong with the company. Maybe they stopped operating.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, that looks suspicious. So what other features can we add or we should add to our website?
So the last thing regarding the website that I would like to mention is reviews, because we as language school owners, we sell our services. So it is really important to include reviews on our website, because people, when looking for a service, they always check what others think, because they don't want to waste their money. They want to be satisfied with the results. So that's why there should be a review section on our website. And don't worry if you don't have that many reviews. You can always add a few. And then as your language school grows, you can gradually add more and more. And it is actually a great idea to link your Google My Business to your website, because thanks to that, people can not only check the address of your headquarters on the map, but they can also check the reviews, because they can see how many stars you got. They can check the reviews, and usually these reviews are different, because different people write in Google, and you can have different reviews on your website in the review section. So that's why it's great to combine it, because you have more reviews, and also people can see that your company is reliable because you have your Google My Business.
I understand why reviews in Google My Business are so important, but what can we do when we receive a negative comment? Because that can happen.
Yeah, true. That can happen, and it doesn't mean that it doesn't necessarily mean that we do something wrong, or that something is wrong with our offer. But it can still happen that we will get a negative review, that someone will not be satisfied with our service. So what I would recommend to you is to reply to this review, you shouldn't leave it without any reply, without any answer, because you want people to see that you care about the quality of your services. So that's why you should reply. And you can try to explain the situation from your point of view. You can also suggest contacting you directly. And it is a great strategy, because when someone is browsing through the reviews later, they can see that you got a negative review, but they also see that you care, that you replied, that you tried to solve the problem, which is also like a huge benefit in their eyes regarding your services as a language school.
Okay, can we ask someone to just remove this negative comment when we resolve the issue? Is it a good strategy?
Sure, we can do so.
Okay. Good advice. Let's move on to another topic. Let's talk about social media.
Okay. When it comes to social media, I would like to mention two, namely Instagram and Facebook. And it is another great, on a budget, effective marketing strategy to run your social media as a language school owner, because thanks to these social media, people can, of course, find your language school in the search engine, because there's not only your website, but maybe also your blog and also your Facebook page, your Instagram profile. So that's why it's really beneficial for you. But also, social media can be used as a way to interact with your customers, and both potential customers and the ones that are your students already, because you can publish a lot of different content, and it might be very interesting to see actually when someone is wondering if they should enroll to a course at your language school. They can see how you work, and it's really great to show it, and you can use social media for that.
And what is the difference between the information material that we publish on our website and on social media? What type of content? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these are definitely different types of content. Of course, you can repeat some content, maybe in a different form, but basically, in social media, you want to focus on quick information, brief information. You don't want a lot of text. You want the graphics or the posts to be attractive, to be appealing. You want someone to read it, to get to know what you want to express. So that's why it's really important to take care of that aspect. And when it comes to examples of the content that you can publish, for example, it can be backstage of your lessons. That's always really, really great to see how you actually work with real students in a classroom or online lessons. It doesn't really matter. Also, you can publish some infographics connected with learning a foreign language. For example, you can present some interesting expressions in a foreign language, some interesting words, and it's a great material for your students, because they can, thanks to that, they can find out something new. But also for the people who learn a given language, because they usually follow some profiles in social media that can help them find out some interesting expressions, words, some fun facts about the language they learn. So that's why we should really pay attention to social media, and we should use this tool because it's for free and it's very effective.
Okay, and tell us about the tools that actually you use for to create infographics.
So I use different tools, but the one that I would like to recommend to you, especially at the beginning, if you want to start with your social media profiles, or maybe you want your infographics to look nicer, to look more attractive, more coherent as well, you can use Canva. It is a great free tool, and that I would like to stress, that it is free. You don't have to pay for it, and you have a lot of different templates to choose from, a lot of different fonts, different ideas on what you can publish actually. So that's also helpful, or can be helpful for you if you are thinking about the content. And Canva is great because you have ready templates. You just have to enter the text that you want, and maybe you can change the colors if you want to, and then it's ready. You can publish it. Also, if you want to have, of course, more templates or more fonts, more functions to use, then you can have Canva Pro. You have to pay for it. It's not a huge amount, but Canva offers you a free trial for 1 month. So during this 1 month, you can see if it works for you. If you want to have a wider variety of templates, or maybe this free version was enough for you, you can check and decide later. And also, when you use Canva Pro, it allows you to plan your content, because there's an app included, embedded in Canva, that is called Content Planner, and you can actually plan your posts ahead. And if you treat your social media more seriously, then probably you want to plan your content and not just publish spontaneously. Yeah, that's another thing that I recommend. Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
it.
I can hear myself. I don't know why for a second. That's fine. So thank you for the first part of our webinar. That's the end of it. And thank you, Marta, for sharing this knowledge with us. And I'm really grateful for all those very practical details, especially about reminding us about making all our contact details clickable, because it's very, very convenient if you can just click on a phone number and call the school or send an email. So now is the time to ask questions. If you have any questions for Marta about marketing, then you can write them down in a chat box. And I will start with my own questions, because I have them for you. And so let's assume that I'm just starting with my school, or I'm just starting to think about marketing of my school. Where should I start? What are the most important steps that I should take?
Okay, so actually, I would like to first, I would like to say, if you are starting with marketing at your language school, and you have the possibility to plan everything ahead, it is like already a good strategy to plan your activities. And there are a few must-haves. For sure, you need to start with your website. I assume you already have one, but you should check all the information, if they are updated, if maybe you want to add something, maybe some dates you need to update, or some data in general about your language school. That's really important to check. And you can always do the rebranding later. For example, you can make your website look more fresh. It is a great idea to do it, because as I've already mentioned, a nice design, a checking if it's responsive, also that's the thing that you should do. And another thing is to think about social media. because I think it's more important than running a blog, for example, because if you don't have your social media as a language school owner, then you should definitely run them. And as I mentioned during the webinar, you can start with some really basic pictures from your everyday work, some basic infographics connected with learning a language. That would be really nice. And also, if you are starting, then you can plan your content. You can follow other language school owners, other like language profiles in general. That's also helpful because thanks to that you can like your own profiles can grow. And also I would focus on reviews. If you are starting, then you should definitely ask people for a review. There's nothing wrong with that. If they are satisfied, they should be able to help you and to write some reviews. And then when you have, for example, like a free 4 reviews, then you can start to publish them. And actually, you can also publish these reviews in your social media, because when other people see that someone recommends your services, then maybe they will be interested too.
Okay, so you've already told that you consider websites one of the most important things to do at the beginning of running a school. So when we start, which sections are the most important, and which sections of the website we can add later?
So the most important section, actually there are a few sections that I think are a must. So it is definitely a section with your offer. That's important. Contact details, contact section. This is also important. And I would say about us, it's also something that you should add, because a lot of people would want to check the history of your language school. They want to know more about how you teach, how you work, what your values are. So it's really important to have this section on your website. But I would say that the most important are your offer and contact. And
Yeah.
it is they are equally important, because if you just have the offer section and no contact, then it's pointless. and the other
Talked about that.
yeah, it's similar. So these two are equally important, but also about us, and also reviews. And I would like to stress it, because even if you don't have that many reviews, it's still great if you can publish even 4 or 5. And of course, later, when it comes to different sections, different than the ones that I already mentioned, you can add, for example, news. It can be connected with blog, because if you, as a language school, if you organize some interesting events, or maybe you want to just publish some relevant information for your customers and for your current and potential customers, for example, about some offer information, or maybe end of school year information, some breaks, things like that, then you can use the news section on your website to do so, and your customers will be updated thanks to that.
Okay. And one more question about social media. So you told us about Facebook and Instagram. Are they enough? Because there are so many other social media platforms that we can use.
Yeah, so if you don't have any social media, then I would definitely recommend starting with these two because these are the social media that most people use, and also they use them to find some information and to search for companies too. Yeah, I would say that these two are the most important, but also
Mhm.
later you can think about LinkedIn, for example, if you want to grow and expand your marketing activities even more, then you can, for example, run a YouTube channel. It is also really great and really interesting, and you can gain new customers thanks to that.
Mhm.
But this is definitely a lot of work.
Yeah.
More work than running a Facebook and Instagram profile because basically the content that you publish on Facebook and on Instagram, it can be very similar. You usually just need to do a few adjustments. So it's not that time consuming as having your own YouTube channel.
Mhm. Okay.
But yeah, but later you can do it.
Yeah, there are so many social media platforms that it's endless job.
Yeah. And
So
also, I can recommend if you want to, for example, like record some short, interesting videos connected with your everyday work or with learning languages, and you want to reach younger customers, then you should definitely try TikTok.
I was expecting that. Okay, I think that we will be finishing for today. So thank you for participating, and I hope that you found some useful information during this webinar. Thank you again. Have a lovely weekend at the end of the week. I hope that we will see you on our next webinars. Thank you again. Thank you, Marta, for sharing that with us.
Yeah, thank you, and hope to see you again. Have a nice weekend.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
Bye.